Welcome to my deck review for the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. I have to say that this was my first deck, my very first deck that I worked with. So I have such a connection, such a personal connection with this deck, and it is my honor to review this deck today. I will go through what I notice about it. I will showcase the deck for you. If you're thinking about getting this deck, I'll let you know what to expect, why you might want this deck, why you might not choose this deck, and give you the lowdown. I'll also include in here a freebie. I've created a freebie, and it's all about what to look for when you're getting your decks. So if you're starting out or you're wanting to expand your collection, it's full of information about all the steps to take to choose that next deck for you, or the first deck for you. Let's get straight into what to expect if you decide to work with the Starseed Oracle deck. Why did I start working with Oracle cards? Well, for me, it was a big part of my self-empowerment journey, and it really helped me connect with my higher self, improve my intuition, and connect with my spirit guides. So this deck was amazing for me. It was something that actually really transformed my life, really helped me, and I cannot wait to show it to you guys. I'm going to be very honest. I'm not biased. I'm not sponsored by Rebecca Campbell at all. I'm not sponsored by anyone for this video, so this is my very honest opinion about the deck. I first want to say that this deck is great for beginners, and it's great for all levels. As you can see, the images are really rich, very rich images, full of details. They are overlaid photos basically with a very cosmic aesthetic. So very galactic, very cosmic. That is why she named it the Starseed Oracle, I believe, because it is really something that a lot of star seeds should resonate with, because it really takes a lot of inspiration from those themes. Like, for example, this card is called Portal. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. So it's very cosmic, very much a part of a self-empowerment journey, which, like I said, that's why I started with this deck. I was working on my self-empowerment journey myself. The other nice thing about these cards is you can look at the card, and this is what I like to do. I like to look at the card and see what speaks to me in the card, what sticks out to me in the card, and use that as the main focus for my message from my guides. So usually I'm just looking at the card and I'm reading it intuitively. However, it does come with an amazing guidebook. That is another reason why I like it. I like it for beginners, because it has a guidebook. It has a lot of helpful tips, and it's also going to have the interpretation and the message for each card. And it usually has a starseed activation at the end. So she usually will say, you know, place the card on your heart, and she gives beautiful words to speak to yourself, speak out loud, whatever you feel called to do. They are very empowering words, very touching. This one has a Starseed Soul Inquiry. So she's basically nudging you to ask yourself this question and answer it very honestly. And that would be for this card, the Cosmic Heart. The artwork style is very soft. It's very ethereal. It's very graceful. The colors are often more on the pastel, muted range, but it does have some vivid colors in there as well. Very very pretty feminine colors, but some slightly masculine themes too. It's not just for women. Obviously, this card is both masculine and feminine. And we all have divine masculine energies and divine feminine energies within us. And as I said, it's very ethereal. The cardstock quality is very good. I've had this deck for a long time and the cards are still in great shape. They're not curving. They're not bent. They're still quite straight. And I will say that some decks are hard to shuffle, but I have found that this one is very easy to shuffle. So I will show you that right now. See how easily it bends? Of course, when I do shuffle it, it will try to curve like that. And it'll try to curve like that, but I usually, every time I shuffle, I try to curve it the opposite direction to help it not get stuck like that, and it works. And again, really easy to shuffle. Love it. And you'll see I have lights shining on this card. I have a pretty bright overhead light, and then I also have a soft ring light shining on the cards, and you can tell that it's pretty matte. It's not super shiny, and I think that works really well in photos and videos because you don't have to worry about a huge glare. So that is something that I absolutely love, is the finish of the cards. And they're very soft, easy to shuffle, and they're not huge. I don't have large hands. You could say I have pretty small hands, and it's easy for me to hold these. I have pretty small hands, but they are very easy for me to, I can hold the whole deck with one hand. So that's pretty comfortable, pretty amazing. Intuitively, how the deck feels during a reading for me is it has a deep feel, because I love that I can look at something and I'm going to pull a card and I know that the meaning of it will have a deep interpretation if I want it to. If Spirit really is guiding me to give a transformative reading, I know these cards will deliver that. For example, this card, it's called Lost Lands, Soul Memories and Gifts. You've done this before. And for me, it looks very Lemurian. It looks very much like they're mermaids underwater. And there are columns. That's like ancient Greece, maybe. There is this archway. So the themes are, for me, very broad. Anyone can relate to this in a sense if they are into the whole idea of a star seed and transforming the energies on Earth in that kind of theme. I will say that if you're wanting something that's more, I guess, relatable from the 3D aspect, this is not the deck for you. If you're wanting something that is more about animals, this deck really doesn't talk much about animals. I think there are some, if I'm remembering right, some dolphins. And look, as I'm saying that there are these birds in here. So obviously there are animals depicted in these cards, but it's not like the Spirit Animal deck by Colette Baron Reid. So if you love animals, you might not want this to be your first card deck. If you love movies, maybe choose an Oracle card deck that is about one of your favorite movies. If you love, yeah, there are so many other themes that you could gravitate to and choose that as your first deck. But this one is going to be great if you really resonate with being a star seed, if you are fascinated by different galaxies like the Andromeda Galaxy, Palladians, Syrians. I feel like this would be a great deck for you. Also, if you really resonate with the ancient civilizations like Egypt, Lemuria, Atlantis, then this is a great deck as well for that. Yeah, this card, look at that. It's gorgeous. It's got more of those vivid, strong colors in this card. And the message is big picture thinking. Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So there's that, the Palladian planetary energy in there, very galactic. So this deck is very galactic, which she makes obvious by calling it the Starseed Oracle. And like I said, whale, there are whales in this, and I believe there is one that has orcas. I think that also has dolphins in it. So whale and orca elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. So if you like messages that are around like diving deep, transformation, you're going through a portal, you need to zoom out and have big picture thinking. If you really resonate with these kinds of messages, double mission, Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. If that kind of message touches you, touches your heart space, makes you feel warm, this deck will be an amazing help for you, and it'll allow your spiritual support staff, your spirit guides, to send you the important messages that they're trying to send through. For me, I think that this works great with all kinds of spreads. Especially, you could say the mindset spread is great because it has a lot of themes around your mind. Shadow spread is great. The love spread, maybe not so much. It's not so much about relationships. This deck is not really relationships focused necessarily. The alignment spread, it would look great with that one. The surrendered action spread, it would definitely do well with that. The chakra spread, yeah, I could see how it would help with the chakra spread. And of course, the Celtic cross spread, the cosmic cross spread. It is a great deck for the cosmic cross spread because it was created by the author of this deck. So the cosmic cross spread is created by Rebecca Campbell. And oh yeah, I do have a video showing how to do the cosmic cross spread with her deck. It is on YouTube if you're interested. I can link that below. Actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and link that below. And the cosmic cross spread is a huge one. It's 11 prompts, so it is a great spread to do. And of course, any 2-card spread, 3-card spread where you're looking for answers for idea, process, aspiration, mind, body, spirit, those would be great because she's going to touch in these about, for example, forge, don't follow. She is trying to let spirit talk to you, give you instructions, give you direction if that's what you're looking for. If you're on a journey of transformation and you want help with something, or you're reading for someone who you feel is on this journey of transformation, is seeking guidance for what to change in their life, what maybe they should do differently. And like, for example, this card, it says, I'm sorry, defenselessness, riding past wrongs, uprooting. This is great if someone is going... I've never pulled this card. This, for me, is not a theme that comes up often for me, but I can see how this would be useful. But interesting that I've never pulled this card, ever. And I think because maybe I'm inherently doing a lot of things, reading for people that are more on this path of needing to do deep cellular healing, going through portals of transformation. So these are the cards that I usually... I pull this card a lot. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. This is a card that I pull a lot. So this, if these themes are resonating with you, this would be a great deck for you. If you're not into star seeds, if you're not into ancient civilizations, if you're not into this kind of ethereal look, then you might not resonate with these cards, and you might look at these cards or pull these cards and not get any intuitional hits, not get any messages come through to you. So it's possible that this card is obviously not going to be for everyone because it is specific. So for me, it works with a lot of great spreads though. I would say that this is definitely one of my staples. It also fits with my brand colors. And that's another reason why I love to use it, because anything that I am going to record for my videos and my readings, I know it's going to match really nicely with the crystals that I want to use and with my background and my brand colors and everything. I would say that this deck is very versatile, but also very practical in the sense that if you're going through a transformation, you want to be reminded, you want to be able to have spirit say, look, you need to change your perspective. Zoom out. None of this matters. Common ground. Find a common ground. You want that reminder from your spirit guides. So these decks are going to help with those practical reminders that you might need if you're going through this spiritual awakening, or the person you're reading for is going through a spiritual awakening. I would say that this is a little bit niche of a vibe, but not super niche. I would say it's a medium level niche. I think a lot of people love this aesthetic, especially if they are also going to, like, a lot of people love this aesthetic. It's also great for inner child work. If you see your life as a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability, it's almost, you could interpret this as an invitation to humor your inner child. Go do some painting. Go do something fun just for the fun of art's sake. So just be artistic, be creative, just for the fun of it. And I will just compare this deck briefly with another deck that I absolutely love, Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle Deck by Amanda Lovelace. This deck, also great, but it has themes around witches, mermaids, fantasy themes. It has a more practical 3D perspective on a lot of cards. It's showing a person in their bedroom. That's something that we can all relate to. And the message says, escapist, come home to yourself. So it's similar to this deck in that it has a lot of words. It has the words on the card. But if you look at the colors of Believe in Your Own Magic, the colors are deeper, darker, there's more contrast. It's not as soft. And the Starseed Oracle has the softer feel. It's very aesthetic. It is going to have more ethereal themes, more broad perspective themes about transformation. And Believe in Your Own Magic has a lot about witches in it. If that bothers you, then you will definitely not want to see this deck. But it's also very inclusive. It shows all other religions. It shows all sizes of people, and it shows let me see if I can find another deck. It even shows people with a prosthetic leg. It shows kind of a practical, approachable, very inclusive deck. So this one is all about inclusivity and being more 3D practical, but also just weaving a little bit of the fantasy world with mermaids and castles and princesses. And it has some swear words in it, so if you really don't like swear words, then this deck would not work well for you. But the Starseed Oracle deck does not have swear words in it, so that would be another difference between the two. And like I said, it's a little bit more relatable, the Believe in Your Own Magic, because it has that 3D, it has people doing 3D everyday, sort of everyday life things, whereas these are all very ethereal, very broad strokes, deep ethereal vibes. And here's another example of a beautiful card from the Starseed Oracle deck. It's pretty simple. It is a sea. It is an ocean look with stars and the galaxies and outer space above. And it says, the words are, "The seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light." So the card is kind of simple visually, but the words are really deep. So you can see if that kind of feel resonates with you. Then I would say that this would definitely be a first deck, a beautiful first deck for you, or a great addition to the decks that you currently have, because I think that a lot of people that you'd be reading for would resonate, and if you resonate with it as well, that is even better. Bonus tip, if you resonate with being a starseed, if you are intrigued by the idea of starseeds, if you're intrigued by the notion of galaxies, Andromeda, Pleiades, if you're intrigued by ancient Egypt, then this is a great deck for you. I think that you should definitely consider it. And if you like the visuals that you're seeing, if you feel a draw to these visuals, then that is even further confirmation that this would be a great deck for you to work with. If you are saying, you know what, none of these visuals speak to me, I don't really, these visuals look boring, then this is definitely not the deck for you. If this looks boring to you, then I would say don't get this deck, because if it doesn't speak to you, you will not get a value from it. Your spirit guides won't be able to connect with you through this deck if you don't have a connection with the deck itself. And a lot of starseeds can resonate with this concept: Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. And she looks like she's diving down from outer space onto Earth, which is kind of like the definition of a starseed. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. As I said, this was my first deck, so I really love it as a beginner, but only if you resonate with being a starseed or with galaxies, or you're intrigued by mentions of galaxies or mentions of galactic beings or themes like ancient Egypt. If these images that I showed you on the cards resonate with you, you felt like an expansion or a warmth in your heart, then definitely consider getting this. I have a link to purchase it below. And if you felt like a constriction when you saw the images or heard the message, you're like, then it's not a good fit for you. Definitely wait, hold off on getting this, and only consider getting it if later down the road you start reading for someone who's asking for it or seems like they might resonate with it. For my next video, I'm going to review another deck, and I would love your feedback. Would you like me to review this deck further, Believe in Your Own Magic? Or would you be more interested in me reviewing Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron-Reid? The images look like this. And I've been working with this deck. I've been working with both of these decks about the same amount of time. Both are great, and I use them for different reasons and different moments. So I would love your input and your feedback. Which deck would you like me to review next? And I would ask you to just put A for Believe in Your Own Magic below if you want that deck next, or B for Oracle of the Seven Energies if you want me to review that one next. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you made it this far by putting a purple heart. I would appreciate that. And please like if you made it this far. It really helps people see my channel and helps me share my self-empowerment messages with others. And consider getting a self-empowerment journal from Amazon. Link is below. I am offering these to anyone who's interested in doing their self-empowerment journey like I did. It's really helpful. You get to write down all the messages that come through the cards for you and then look back at them later and reflect on them. Thank you so much. Sending you all love.